Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Geoffrey Akugizibwe, a financial expert, an accountant, and an auditor from Akron M&E Business and Tax Consultant. For the long time, we have been preparing for different series of how able can we understand finance, and my interest is so much with the youth or that person who is trying to make his or her life better. So my first series of among many series will be about financial inclusion, and I dedicated it in developing youth or the youth who are trying to start up or who are still on the first level. And this financial inclusion is deeper, and we need to understand it time and again, always try and see how best can we be able to understand it so as to help many of us in our fields and as our development is concerned on an individual basis. So straightforward, without wasting a lot of time, I've already done the introduction. After the introduction, we can dive into our beautiful session among the many series this afternoon, and we'll be able to benefit out of them. So I looked keenly at the financial inclusion and developing youth due to the fact that from the recent population census and the report that was released from Uganda Bureau of Statistics, we are seeing that the youth below 30 years and below are taking a shape, meaning that we need to put a collective effort to be able to understand some theory part of it and how we can be able to practice this theory or to put it under practical ways. And I believe things concerning with financial or finances can be done practically. But we need to be informed first of all and being exposed. So I said we know this financial inclusion, it is very important for the growth and development of anyone. But specifically, I will address this to the youth in third world countries or those countries which are developing. It is very important because we shall see that with this financial inclusion, especially in developing youth, it is trying to empower and build us in order to face a better future and be able to contribute to the well-being of our communities where we come from. Because most people may ask themselves, why is it that X or so and so, when these people finish, they normally tend to go back and sit in towns or work in towns, and you're not giving back to your community or nothing much you're doing from your community. So this financial inclusion, developing youth, it is saying no. If you understand the nitty-gritties of this very important topic, you can be able to build a better future for yourself, and at the same time that will help you to contribute to the well-being of our societies where we come from, of our communities and many other communities, so that we see how best we can contribute to the GDP of our countries, so that we see a development out of it. So this financial inclusion is all about that. And before we dive into a lot of theory, we shall, or you will help me to agree, you will agree with me that this financial inclusion, it's not a new thing. It has been there, but not been tackled about. It has not been expounded and brought near the people who needs it. It has been tackled at a general level without bringing it or scaling it down to people who mostly need it. Because we may find that the people being told they are already there, but then who is not there, can you be able to get the nitty-gritties of how well you can be able to sail into those waters? So what could be some of the challenges facing us, the developing youth, as far as financial inclusion is concerned? One, we have limited access to financial services. We know we are the youth who are developing. We don't have this capital. I'm talking to a person who is coming from a humble background. I mean by humble background, this background that is not well financially, doing well financially, and you don't have someone to push you up. You find that we have, or we face, very many challenges when it comes to accessing these financial services. Although nevertheless, that shouldn't worry us and shouldn't make you not keep focused. But we know that many young people in these developing countries, like our country, Uganda, we lack access to basic financial services, such as bank accounts and loans due to limited infrastructure and awareness. We are not aware, though even if the government provides us with a lot of incentives, the youth livelihood programs, the PDMs, the parish development models, the EMIOGA, we are not sensitized enough so as to involve ourselves in this. So you find we have that limited access to financial services. Also, there's one of the reasons as to why I brought in was to bridge that gap of lack of financial literacy. Most of us, we are missing out on the financial literacy part of it. So you will agree with me that without financial or enough financial education, we may be, or we may struggle to understand concepts like budgeting. If I get 100 million on 50,000 right now or today, how well can I be able to budget it? Then we have the aspects of like saving. How do we save? So you find all those are big problems. Then borrowing. How do I borrow? Which criteria, which steps do I need to take? Then you find that they are hindering our ability to manage our finances effectively. So there's that lack of financial literacy, but we are fighting it. Within our series, we shall be able to understand one by one what each of it means. And I believe everything will be steady and we shall be able to understand and move together. Then we have economic inequality, and this is very important and very common. If not dealt with a lot of care, you find that that disparity or inequality will continue within us. You find that within these developing countries like Uganda, we all normally face those systemic barriers that normally limit our opportunities to advance financially. You find there is poverty, there is discrimination, there is sectarianism. You find that they have brought a program because of sectarianism or discrimination, you can't be able to benefit from such kind of problems. So if at the back of the mind, you know that that is the challenge, then you get a way forward how best you can be able to tackle the economic inequality. Then we have limited employment opportunities, and this is all over. Because if you look at how many graduates we get in the country of Uganda every year, you will be surprised. How many institutions do we have? Every year we graduate. Where do we go? and yet the opportunities or the jobs are not there available. So they will have these limited employment opportunities, though we don't need to go back and sit at the back of our minds. We can try to do some of the things ourselves, being creative and innovative, being entrepreneurs. Once you get involved into something, you can learn and be able to benefit out of it. So this unemployment is a threat and a worrying element among the youth. So unemployment and unemployment rates are high among the youth in most of the developing countries. Taking an example of Uganda, which makes it difficult for us to generate income and achieve financial stability. But nevertheless, even if we can't be able to achieve it at the same time, but we ought to keep pushing hard and hard and hard. That's why we need to understand the dynamics of financial inclusion, even if you're not earning. But if you put somewhere, can you be able to transfer the knowledge, learn how some of the things are being done, and help you to survive in the future? So those are some of the challenges facing a developing youth in our communities or in our country specifically. Now, what could be one of the importance of financial literacy? We are trying to tackle the basics of this financial inclusion, because you're saying we are lacking financial literacy, which is true. Now, if we are lacking it, what could be some of the benefits, some of the useful ways, or some of the importances of this financial literacy? One, it helps you to make decisions which are viable, informed decision making. Why you find that this financial literacy or financial inclusion will help you to make informed decisions about your money that you have, which can enable you manage finances effectively and achieve your financial goals. With the 50,000 you have, you can be able to use that money and achieve your financial goals. From this, I can be able to testify that sometime back when we were still participating in boot camps, you would be given a 50 shillings challenge. They give you 50,000, they tell you, okay, go and use it. Make sure you come with some profits. So with that, we would see how people who are creative. You find that they are giving you 7 hours, but within those 7 hours, you're coming back with 120,000 shillings from 50,000 as the profit. So meaning that if you have this financial literacy, you know that you can be able to use the small you have, then that will help you to make informed decisions about the money you have. Then you will be able to manage your finances effectively and be able to achieve your financial goals as an individual. So we don't need to be demoralized. The small money you have, you can be able to go and start a mdaro of chapati. From that mdaro of chapati, after a month, if every day you're getting a profit after deducting all your expenses of 3,000, then 3,000 times 30 days, you find that you are earning around 90,000 per month, which is not bad. With that small money you're getting every day, you can be able to achieve your financial goals. Then also this financial literacy, it helps us to get the dynamics of how we can be able to increase our savings and investments. Because you don't need to save your money today and you leave it there. No. You can save your money for a certain time, get your target after, invest it somewhere. So understanding the benefits of saving and investing encourages us or the young people to build a secure financial future and accumulate wealth over time. You need to, for you to be able to save, you need that to prepare your mind. Know what you're saving for. After saving that money, you can be able to invest it in any venture, regardless of what or regardless with how much money you have. And over time, you can secure your financial future and be able to accumulate wealth over time. So this series is very good and it's not boring. I mean, we shall benefit and we intend to benefit out of it so much. Then we have reduced debt and financial risk. When you understand the financial literacy, when you have basics of how to handle finances, you will always find that you have tried to reduce the debt and your financial risks. Because financial literacy will literally help you to avoid excessive debt. Getting debts always and make responsible borrowing decisions. You only make or you only take a debt when you are in dire need of it. So not getting debts or borrowing anyhow can make, if you have this financial literacy, it can help you to make responsible borrowing decisions, hence reducing your vulnerability to financial risks. Because by the time you go to get a debt, you find you're getting a debt, they need a collateral or they need something that you put there as a stake. In case you fail to pay, they may take it. So that taking of your asset or anything is a financial risk in financial literacy. So we need to understand the financial literacy well. So that's one of the importances of financial literacy within our financial inclusion among the developing youth. Then we have enhanced economic opportunities. If you have financial literacy with you, then it will give you a chance or those opportunities of accumulating money, accumulating your finances time and again, and you find that you're enjoying your savings as you're supposed to do. That by developing their financial skills and knowledge, young people can access opportunities for entrepreneurship, education, and employment. You need to develop, always to play around with your financial skills. How can I budget for my money? How can I use my money effectively? So all those, you find that they are giving you an advantage of doing what you want. So those being some of our importances, but we can have always a lot. Now we have within financial inclusion, remember we need to be put or to be integrated in something that all of us we shall be able to benefit. So within financial inclusion among developing youth, we have innovative financial products and services. We want to see how can we participate within this economic sector or the economic space as the youth. We have had, or the economy or the country or the world has given us a lot of chances. It has exposed us to many or to various things. You find someone is starting a mobile money, is operating a mobile money or a mobile banking. So such kind of innovative financial products. So as the youth, we can participate actively within our economic space or finance space or sector by engaging or involving ourselves in such kind of things. You find someone is starting today a mobile money, and so slowly with those commissions you're earning, you're able to accumulate your finances slowly as you go on. So we have mobile banking among our innovative financial products and services that we can do or involve in, whereby mobile banking offers convenient and accessible financial services to young people, not only in remote areas, also they can be in developed areas, which helps us to leverage the widespread adoption of smartphones. So long as you have your smartphone, or so long as you have your small phone, you can be able to operate a mobile banking. I can give an example. I have colleagues I finished with at the university. Most of them were doing bachelors of business administration. But what they enticed me with was one, these people are there trying to utilize these innovative financial products and services. They are working for InterSwitch Uganda. That for you, the only thing you need is you only need to have your national ID, you have a phone, maybe you have where you're working from. And you can be able to be connected, and then you operate your mobile banking at your convenience. So those are some of the innovative financial products that can help us to be engaged or involved within the financial inclusion we are talking about. We have microfinance. These provide small loans and financial services, which are tailored to the needs of low-income individuals and entrepreneurs, fostering financial inclusion. When you look at some of the microfinances, you find for them, they always look at the very last person down there. They tailor their products or their services they are offering to the needs of the person who needs them. And within this, you find they are offering small loans. For example, the youth, you want to develop yourselves, they can give you money for beekeeping, for carpentry, you access such kind of loans, for farming, agriculture, and you find that the small money you're getting today, tomorrow is able to help you. So those are some of the innovative financial products. Then we have peer-to-peer lending, and this is very common today. You find that there is a platform connecting borrowers. So peer-to-peer lending platforms normally connect borrowers and lenders directly. You find that we have a group of hard work consisting of 8 people. We have been saving our money, or you have been saving your money. You can be able to connect with these borrowers, start giving them money. You collect every day or at the end of the month with some kind of interest, minimized interest, which is not for stealing people. So you find with that, you're participating in this, in the economic sector actively without being sidelined or left outside. So peer-to-peer lending platforms normally connect borrowers and lenders directly, offering alternative financing options for young entrepreneurs within limited credit history, especially for us with limited credit history. So those ventures can always help us to see that we have done something small. You can go get money from a certain group, go use it, start a salon, start Daragwa Chapati, start this Chakara. There are many things, small things we can start with, and you find that you're growing, or we are growing at a high rate. So those are some of the innovative financial products and services that can make us be engaged or involved within our economic sector or within the economic activities. So with that, my fellow youth, especially as the beginners, we need to understand those different innovative. We need to be innovative so that we participate and contribute actively within the economic sector. Then again, within the financial literacy, the financial inclusion, we can talk about empowering youth entrepreneurs. These days we have many entrepreneurs, and the world right now is growing at a terrible speed, to an extent that entrepreneurs are needed. Entrepreneurs are people who think, go look at the problem, or they scan within the community or the society, spot a problem, then get a solution, a possible solution to combat such kind of a problem. And many people have been able to benefit from that. We have had many platforms of here for her, for the girls, the girl garage. Those are entrepreneurs. They saw loopholes or problems or challenges with girls, and they came with such kind of innovation. So we don't need to sit at our backs and we start lamenting. So we have these empowering youth entrepreneurs. One of them we can talk about, we have business training and mentorships. We have seen many mentorship programs running where you're mentored. They try to teach you how to do things, then you also be able to realize what you can do best. And that can bring you something in the pocket at the end of the day. So we have these business training and mentorships that normally provide entrepreneurship training and mentorship programs, which equip us, or which help to equip young entrepreneurs with the skills and knowledge they need to succeed in businesses. As I was telling you, we had a boot camp. It was like a kind of a mentorship program. You're given a 50,000 to go outside there, and they tell you, genda okore, uburahize kukora, genda okore twakoreze emitwalo 5, genda okorese sente ezi, then you bring excess of that money. Just imagine bakuha emitwalo 5 nibenda maybe ogaruke na sente. Most of the people, they would come back with around 100, meaning that within 7 hours, you're able to make 50,000 out of 50,000. So all those, or we can be able to acquire such kind of knowledge or skills through these business training and mentorships. So those are some of the ways how we can empower the youth entrepreneurs. Then we have access to capital. We are looking, how can we be able to empower youth entrepreneurs who want to involve in this economic sector, who want to contribute to the development of their countries or communities? So we need to, we can be empowered through enabling us to be able to access affordable loans and financial options that empower the young entrepreneurs to start and grow their businesses. So if they are there and we can spot that they are there, and we go as a group, we are determined of what we want to do, then we can be able to, we find ourselves when we are involved or actively involved in such kind of financial or finances. So we have market access and networking opportunities. We can only be empowered today if we can be able to access markets and networking opportunities. We go to those dinners, network with big people, big entrepreneurs. We have the Hamisis, we have the Sudirus, but you don't need to look at those people. We also have the local people who are successful that you need to look at. If you look at Kazire today, it's okay. Kazire is a successful local entrepreneur in Imbarara, based in Imbarara maybe, or based in Hoima. You go to Kini Kalisa, it's okay, Kini Kalisa built Resort Eco Hotel. We look at them. Those are networking opportunities. Then market access. If you produce today your furniture from wherever you are, can you be able to access the market where to sell them? Not only looking at, for example, today, if I come out with an idea or a project of producing water, can I be able to supply water to government agencies without them interfering with me? So we need to, if we are to engage in active economic activities, we need to be able to access markets and networking opportunities at our convenience. So connecting young entrepreneurs with potential customers or investors and industry experts can help us build our businesses and expand their reach, or our business reach, to people who can do us well. So those are some of the ways how we can be empowered as the young or the youth entrepreneurs today in our country, Uganda. And then looking at another thing, after that, we need also to know the partnerships for financial inclusion. If you want to participate actively in the economic sector, whom do you need to partner with? Because for you to know that I am financially involved in anything, working alone may not be the best option. You may like, or you may need to basically get people to push you or to get at your back. So that's why they say if you move alone, you don't move further. But if you move with others, you find you've moved further. So we need to look at the partnerships of financial inclusion, especially for us, the developing youth. One, of course, we shall look at government agencies, but please, it's not a must that you need to look at them, but it's one of the ways how one of the agencies or partnerships that we can have at hand. Because they have good programs, they have the PDM, the Parish Development Model, they have the MIOGA, they have the Youth Livelihood, they have Manya for Women, they have for all those. So government agencies play a crucial role in creating the regulatory environment that promote financial inclusion and supports the development of financial services for youth. You need to work together in conjunction with the government agencies so that you be exposed. You know that what I'm doing is right. For example, you need to follow the regulations, first of all, because it's your government that will either give you a conducive environment for your business to prevail or to deter you from your business to prevail. So we need to work closely with them. So as we say that our financial inclusion has been promoted and has been supported. Then we have financial institutions. Of course, they are very much important. These financial institutions normally help to expand their product offerings and outreach programs to reach more young people and cater to their unique needs. We have very many commercial financial institutions with different programs. We have the Centenary with their programs. We have Stanbic Bank with the High Innovator, NSSF High Innovator, something of that kind. You find that they are trying to teach us the nitty-gritties of financial inclusion and engaging in the economic sector. We have NGOs, the non-governmental organizations. They do a marvelous work. We can partner with those, so long as you can suit their criteria. We have the private sector companies that normally invest in innovative financial technologies and products that promote financial inclusion and empower young people. For example, there is a call that was made of recently, or it is made every year, for Prototype for Humanity. It's a private sector based in Dubai. They call for proposals for those innovative ideas. And you find that if you win and you've been selected to go through, you're getting a seed grant at the end of it all. You find that you're engaging yourself within the economic sector today. Now, this is very important. After we have seen all those things above, how can we measure the impact of financial inclusion? Is it measurable at all? Or is it measurable or it's not measurable? So you need to first focus and look at the measuring. How do we measure? How measurable is the financial inclusion? So measuring the impact of financial inclusion. Is it important or it is not? So we can be able to measure the impact of financial inclusion using the Financial Inclusion Index. Here it normally measures the percentage of adults with access to financial services, including bank accounts, loans, and finances. Then if you go into those archives, you can be able to see how many youth or adults are trying to access financial services. For example, if I go to Centenary Bank today, can I be able to, using the Financial Inclusion Index of the adults below 30 years, can I be able to know how many people have bank accounts here, how many people have taken loans, and how many people have insurance policies? So you can measure the impact of financial inclusion, or how many people, how many youth or adults are involved in the economic sector or contributing to their GDP of the country through that. Then we have financial literacy surveys. Surveys are made by the Uganda Bureau of Statistics or any other agency or organization interested. So this normally look at the financial knowledge and skills among the young people, helping to identify areas for improvement. Then we have impact evaluations. These are normally evaluate the effectiveness of financial inclusion programs. We have very many financial inclusion programs trying to improve the financial outcomes of young people, such as increased income, savings, and asset ownership. So the impact evaluations are also made. So we can be able to know or to understand the impact of financial inclusion through using those three major things: financial inclusion index, financial literacy surveys, and the impact evaluation. So as I conclude, financial inclusion among the developing youth is key and very important. Since this has been the introduction of it all, we shall delve or we shall dive into, we shall go deep of financial inclusion. Not until we understand all the aspects of financial inclusion, then we can be able to understand and go by that. So financial inclusion is very important for the well-being of and the future of developing youth. By addressing their challenges, promoting financial literacy, and investing in innovative solutions, we can be able to empower, we can be empowered as young people, so as we can be able to achieve our full potential and you contribute to the economic growth and social progress of our country. Thank you very much for listening, and watch us for the next episode about financial inclusion vis-a-vis or together with digital financing. I wish you the best. Bye-bye.